the peace and quiet of the winery, except for Benjamin finding himself prone outside the winery with like skittering coming towards him. As far as Assam, Rardar, Lucian, and Manis is concerned, things seems to die down and be peaceful. As far as Benjamin is concerned, ouch. We are not in initiative, but for the purpose of this, I think it is prudent to start with Benjamin. Is that okay?
That makes the most sense.
Benjamin, you do your entire acrobatical stunt. You
Acrobatical.
down the hole, and you find yourself hurting in places you didn't know had muscles and bones. You're finding yourself on the ground. You're in a position where you're just barely holding on to consciousness. What is your game plan here?
Roll perception to see what I initially see straight away.
I'll allow you to do a perception check. What you see is floorboards straight in front of your face. You put your hands on the floorboards and push your upper body up a bit. You look to your right. You see the outside. You see the forest. You see the grassy fields. You see about... I mean, you're not the smartest person, so you can't really count that high. But there tends to be more of these tiny little plant creatures coming towards you than you have fingers on your hands. It seems to be more people than you would see in a town, usually. So you get the sense that this is bad. As you turn around, you see that you're in some sort of...
Did this girl drop?
Directly to your left, or south on the map, you see a door that's closed.
Can I roll for stealth and try and hide?
Try.
I'll run to the doors then and just try and see if one's open. Like a walk.
Do you do the western door or the southern door?
Western. Door.
Okay.
I'm just gonna run to the stairs.
Okay, Manis, you're clump, 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 clump coming up towards the staircase.
Oh, he's just making me. If I get to the stairs, I'll just go up the stairs.
Manis, something is hastily coming up towards the stair towards you, making a shit ton of noise.
In the face.
Just waiting for the Warhammer to face.
I think it's Benjamin, yeah. No. I will not.
Punch it. the door behind you.
You have managed to get back safe.
Can the rest start moving, Jan?
I'll say that this is a where we can just, as a whole, decide what to do.
Let's just gather up the
You must
party,
gather your
please.
party
please.
for venturing forth.
Just
I just say to you guys, I'm in a bad way. Can anyone heal me up a bit?
see what I can do.
I'll follow Lucian along to see where the rest is headed. It's whatever. I understand.
We can move our own tokens, yeah.
Yeah, we're out of combat. And stuff is so it would be practical.
Yeah, this is very much unplayable
What
for
type
me.
of day does it look out the window?
What is it? What is unplayable?
I don't hear discords for minutes at a time.
Really?
Yeah.
Try using it on your phone. Put the Discord on phone and Roll20 on your PC. If that helps.
Should I turn off music if that helps? Is it like an overload of inputs?
No, I don't know. It's just lag. It's just plain old, really, really bad lag.
Because you
Press
If you
Control
have-
R in Discord.
you sound perfectly fine to me on this.
Same.
If
Very
you
weird.
have other things open, it can delay Discord.
Everything.
I do have OBS because I'm streaming it since people asked me to do so. So probably that's why, I guess, then.
No, you have a decent computer.
Yeah, I do have a decent computer. It shouldn't pose any problems, but for example, now it calmed down. Now I'm hearing it in real time, I'm guessing, because I can hear you reply to me. But before I started speaking, there was like one entire minute of silence on my side.
Oh,
Maybe it's fixed already.
Okay, let's go on, and we'll see how it works.
If it happens again, just press Control R in Discord. That fixes it for me, and I'm using it for meetings daily, so that fixes it.
Okay,
I
controller.
used to have it on my laptop when I was running Warcraft, because Warcraft's quite a CPU intensive. When I was running that and Discord on my laptop, Discord would lag like mad, and you have to set Discord to high priority, and that normally fixes it.
yeah.
Okay.
Priority. That is the problem with Warframe. Anyway, you seem to be grouping up at what seems to be a room with a winch. It can seem to be like a very sturdy winch. Some of you have seen it already, but it's pretty apparent that the purpose of the winch is to load things up and down from the ground floor to here.
Ion, are there windows in this room?
Yep. 4 windows, yeah.
Can if I look through a window, determine if the plants or whatever it's outside stop their movement or they're coming towards this part of the house or something?
You wanna look through all the windows?
How long will that take? Do I have time for it?
It will probably take you like half a minute.
Yeah, sure.
We're not in initiative, so you don't have to be concerned about things at the moment.
Okay, I'll look through all of them to see the status. What is perception, or what do I have to do?
Make a general perception check. Okay. You were looking for plant movements.
No, not plant. Whatever movements outside that coming towards the house. because maybe there are some enemies like those druids or whatever. You understand? There's one that left.
Would you have done this after Pete joined the group or before?
Oh, you mean because we waited for Pete? I I do it before after. Sorry, because I was outside waiting, and after that, when Lucian came, I went there.
You do not actually see anything that would constitute as a druid or a human figure of any sort. Uh, what you do see is a lot of movement, though. Make an intelligence check for me.
Just click on intelligence for that, right?
It's just a straight intelligence check. You get the assumption here if you were to try to run out, um, it would be a rather painful affair. Uh, from how you study the vine ranks and all that, you can see a lot of movement close to the ground. You also see that a couple of these little plant creatures seems to be climbing on top of each other and merging into some of the larger plant creatures. Uh, from your rudimentary type of assessment, you get the sense that you would be swarmed. They are fast, certainly as fast as you, and they seem to be circling the winery. Not in the sense that they're trying to breach it, but that they're literally trying to contain it.
Okay, so there's no distinguishable movements towards it, just around it to make sure nobody gets in or out.
It seems like it, yeah.
Okay.
Did you say merging into one?
Yes.
Can I? That one that you're talking about, do I have any indication of how big it will be?
The larger creatures?
Yes.
They're just as large as the ones you fought in the room you set up.
Oh, okay. So it's not going to some giant oversized
You
tree.
don't you don't see them merge into like a mecha sword, no, but they merge into like slightly smaller than a human size.
Okay.
You
So
get you get the sense that the larger plants were actually amalgam of a lot of the smaller ones.
Okay.
are all the doors just in case?
Yes, we should. Lasă vă pe tise să mă te. Sorry.
When I run downstairs and bar the doors,
Can certainly do that.
Yeah, I'll go with him to help him and see if there's anything else that I can.
What are you barring them with?
anything we can find technically, like
Anything?
any crates, any like plates that we can find that we can like just make sure it's not easy to open without breaking through.
Okay. And what about the doors that can inside?
Huh. Well,
That open to the outside, they can open it and you cannot
Like-
buy them. I want to use rope,
Okay.
to put like a rope around something and to link it to another something on the inside, like a big crate or.
Are you talking about this door?
I'm not seeing anything right now, so I don't know
You
which.
should be able to.
Can I check the police for any keys for the doors? Maybe we can lock them properly.
Sure, you can start roaming around the house for keys.
Can I use lockpicking to lock a door, not
Uh,
just unlock it?
but like, are you trying to lock every single door in the house here? Or are you
No.
trying to fortify yourself in an area? Because if you're going to close off every single entrance to this building, you have to look through the building. Which means that if Lucian starts opening a door right now, I'm just gonna kill him if there's monsters behind that door.
No, right now I want to close the door here. From,
I think the group should probably start deciding on the plan here, because it seems like you're trying to do two different things here. And that might
Fine.
end up getting you killed. So
okay,
before we do anything stupid here, I'm just gonna bring you back on the second floor,
okay.
and you can decide.
Who's in the best condition? Who's full HP or nearly full HP?
I don't think anybody is full HP. I'm above half.
Beaten up. I don't have any spell slots left.
What about you, Menace?
Let's wait 1 minute for him to reply.
I am at about half HP. Did you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How long is a short rest? 4 hours?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Uninterrupted.
What about if we leave 2 people up and the worstly beaten up people will go for a 1 hour rest? And we just hold out.
I can give us a safe long rest, depending on.
I
can
can
do
work
it.
with a short rest.
It's not safe here to do a long rest, guys. We're in enemy territory. I mean, if we bar everything and stuff, we might try to do a short rest and even a long rest, but we need to secure the area first.
Whoever was looking outside, though, they said they weren't trying to get in currently, didn't they?
Yes,
Try
they
to-
were. But what I would try is just to barricade the places from the entrance that Pete Benjen came through those doors on the downstairs.
Like to bar the door that we Pete came through. Yes, Benjamin, sorry.
Shall we? Do you want to try that? Split resting?
If we do that, we'll have to find first a safer place to be, like a room with just one entry or something that it's easier to guard than a room with 4 entries.
Yeah, we can check the rooms upstairs. Maybe there is some enemy inside them that might have not been alerted.
Okay, let's try this. Let's try this door, shall we?
You open it.
Yeah, I'll open the door.
You open that door.
Yep.
Okay. Seems to be a long hallway on the other side of the walkway.
I'll say to the other group. I'll say this way.
I just follow.
And then I will open this door as well.
Okay. You put your hand on it. You start to slowly put the handle down. Do you pull or do you push?
Roll a dice.
Isn't it obvious where the door opens? Like,
I guess I'll just gently feel which way it gives way to. If it gives way to both, then I'll push it.
It seems to be going into the room.
Okay, I'll push it into the room then.
Gently open it. Seems to be, for the better sense, large table with a lot of chairs. Seems to be what seems to be some benches there with some. Is those cupboards? Seems to be like a closet of sorts. There's a small iron stove. Seems to be perhaps a kitchen area, a dining room. What to say?
I say to Cubic, just out around the corner of the door, I say, go and tell Manus and Jaffa to come this way.
I go and I wave them in.
Yeah, I would respond to I'd follow Pete if he called.
What?
He said he's going to follow us in.
Oh, okay.
I'm right behind you guys.
Okay, I'm going in the room as well.
I slumped down into this chair here, and I just like say to one of you guys to check that last door. That door, yeah. We've got these two doors just to check.
I'm opening the door next to me.
You're opening the door next to.
Yes.
Okay. You start. Do you open? Okay, you never mind. You said you opened it. Can you roll? Getting. It opens.
Okay.
Push it to the side.
Okay.
It seems to be a bedroom of sorts. It has a rather large four-post bed. There's a headboard carved that seems to be carved as a giant raven. There's a rather large, soft black rug on the floor right in front of the bed, and just in front of you as you open the door. On the south wall, there are two wardrobes. There seems to be a tapestry of a church hanging on the wall between them. Beneath the tapestry, there seems to be a rocking cradle that's pretty beautifully carved, as if it's to like be a bit stylish, be a bit important. On the north side, there's a window, and you can see what seems to be a regular desk, a chair. You can see a wooden chest, and there's also like a mirror that seems to be standing in the top left of the room.
Okay. The door that I open opens inside this room or outside this room?
Into the room.
Into the room. I tell the others that this is a good room for us to rest in, as we can barricade it. And I tell them to come inside.
Have you shut any of the other doors you've opened so far?
I don't know who was last to come, Manis or...
I will. I'll be shutting all doors behind me.
So you shut the one in the hallway. Probably shut the one into the kitchen. And I'm guessing once Rather hits the bedroom, shut the one into the master bedroom.
Come in, Rardar. Don't be shy.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were waiting for my cue to do that. Yeah, I thought we were still looking around.
Bejan won't bite today.
I don't know. He's looking very suggestive in that bed.
I'm already asleep.
You're asleep. Taking a long rest.
It's up to you guys. I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm definitely gonna short rest here. But if you want to go for a long rest, then I'm more than up for that as well.
It's the implication of whether you disarmor or not.
Okay. I'll just wait for the group to decide. If we go for a long rest, then obviously I'll disarm and rest.
Short rest, we scour out the rest of the building, like check the body for anything useful, then we can decide whether to do a long rest or not.
I tell Manis to help me with barricading the door so we can move some. You said there was like a foot locker or something, which I'm guessing it's pretty big. We could put in front of the door desk as well.
We could push let's push the bed against the door.
Chest, there's a bed, yeah.
And just the bed. We can lie in the bed so that it cannot push it out.
Okay.
Before we go to rest, can I use my perception to see around the desk anything interesting?
Make a perception roll.
Are we definitely going to set up here now then?
Yes. The question is how many of us are gonna sleep and how many will guard.
From where you're standing, Surreal, the first thing that becomes immediately noticeable for you is that you're standing right next to a secret door.
Oh, secret door. Can I
Yes.
push it in, like to give up?
Yes. Do you want to push on it?
It- Does it screech?
Yes.
Oh shit! Is it large door? I mean, can I fit in, or is it just
It,
a
it's a significantly large door, yeah.
And I'm back in the hallway. What the hell? That open toward the room or against the or
Opens towards uh, uh it opens in the into the room, not into the winch room, but into the bedroom.
I close the door and I ask the rest to like bar it with the rest of the furniture. This is our way out in case someone tries to break through the other one.
Okay, so you close the door and bar that.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I go back into that other room a second?
Sure.
And while everyone is deciding whether or not to sleep in that, could I? There was 3 doors, right? One up there and then 2 down here.
There are two down. You checked only one of those. You checked the one in the bottom right corner, and not the other two.
Could I? Could I put alarm on all 3?
Are you able to do that on all three?
3 separate casts.
If you spend an hour or so
It'd
doing
be like half. Yeah, I would literally be waiting for people to talk about other things and just do it unless something else comes up.
Which
Well,
one do you start with?
Start that way. Start with that one and go clockwise.
Okay.
Put on 2. No need to put on this one.
Yeah, only two. It's not.
Can you
Was
link
it not this one?
alarm? Can you link alarm?
We should use the time to rest.
Okay. So it would is tiny would for instance like a ant be noticeable by tiny? Or is tiny like a foot or above?
Tiny is the creature size. Tiny.
So it yeah, but I'm asking about what dictates the like is the ravens for instance in the ceiling are they noticeable by alarm?
Probably. As in,
Tiny bees.
size is weird in D&D. If under the creature tabs, if it has the tag tiny like medium creature, if it's just a tiny creature,
okay.
which is
Sure.
I think it's like 2 feet by 2 feet kind of size.
I got it.
Yeah, can you just alarm the whole room there? Like one cast.
So is that? Oh, no, that was a window up there, wasn't it? Okay, sorry. Yeah, those 2 doors. Sorry, not 3 doors.
No, there are three doors. There's a
Yeah,
door there and there's a
but the
door
one
there.
I've come through, and then there's the 2 down the bottom.
No, there's four doors in the room.
Yeah, so I thought.
That is a that
Oh yeah, there was. Okay, yeah, 1 to 3 then. I was
but
right.
there's a
So
there's a
some
window
confused me.
there's a window here.
Oh, that one then.
But what you could do is that you could also uh put it in the area of the room itself, meaning you don't have to do like 5 casts. You can just do 1 cast and have this
I would
entire.
like. No, I would like to do 3 and have a separate sound for each of them.
Okay, can you ping the areas you want to do that on?
Door. 1, 2, and then.
Okay, not there.
What's useful, so I know they can go up and down. Yeah, okay, I'll go there, and then let me desks, like there-ish, but not there-ish, but literally in that room. I just
Okay,
tried to draw the very rough. That was not good at all.
sure. That's what you're now
Just
spending the
covering
next.
both of those for the third.
That's what you're spending the next half hour on. What are the other gentlemen doing for that half hour?
I'm guessing Pete already sleeping.
Are you doing a long?
I'm gonna go for a long way because I'm in a real bad way.
Then, for the purposes of this, do remember that you don't have armor on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
You're doing a long rest.
yeah. I've got no spells. I've got no HP. I've got nothing.
If you want to wait for me to finish this, I can give you a very, very safe long rest.
Okay. As he says that, then I'll wait. I'm still unarmed though.
If that's going to be the case, I'm going to take a short rest and watch out for everyone while they're taking long rest. I'll stand guard basically for their duration of the long rest.
Yeah, but okay. I want okay. Rather spending at least half an hour doing alarm. Benjen is now dunning down and doing the long rest. What is Lucian and Assam doing? Manus is standing guard.
I'm gonna
Long
take a
rest.
long rest as well.
You're taking a long rest?
Yes. Assam, yes.
So then you also dun down into unarmored.
Yes.
Same here.
Okay.
As much as I don't want to when the group is doing it.
I mean, I didn't want to bat as well, but if Rardar can give us a very safe long rest, why not, use it?
It only happens at the end of his short rest, not when he begins it. So, if it's successful, then he is able to do that. Okay, Azam, Benjen, you start doing a long rest. Mani start doing a short rest. Radar is doing the thingy tangy.
I'll be recovering health during my short rest.
8 hours is considered to be the long rest. It doesn't have to be sleeping. It has to be a certain numbers of like sleeping and unstrenuous ability. Don't roll hit dice. I haven't told you to do that.
Wait, so on long rest isn't necessarily sleeping for 8 hours?
No, it's not. You can
Alright.
just sit by and cook dinner, for instance, and it's not stressful enough. The reason why you're not rolling hit dice is because you're not going to get 1 hour of resting.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Since all described your actions, you are going to be ambushed at some point here. Give me a second. Okay. So, rather,
Can I get a follow-up question on that?
Yeah.
We're not getting to roll hit dice because we're not getting a full 1 hour rest. But does that apply to recharging my abilities like action surge and specialty dice?
All of them happens when the rest is completed. You get nothing back.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm now rolling to see how long it will take. Rather, what's the casting time of alarm?
Alarm is 1 minute, and then a ritual, so it's like 11 minutes.
Okay, so 11 per 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. So what's going to happen here? You started with this door going clockwise.
Clockwise, yeah.
So you all strip down. You start doing the rest. Manus, you probably just sit down on. You take the desk chair and put it like in a area where you can defend the room. Things, just literally taking a breather. Benjen seems to flop down on the bed and try to sleep. Assam huddles up next to the wardrobe. Your passive perception, Lucian, would catch noises, both from the outside, both from um, the inside. You think that it might be Radar doing certain things and like hearing like scribbles and stuff, probably chalk signs. But you also hear the faint motions of floorboards creaking. And like, might be your imagination, might not.
Can you walk like carefully into those noises?
You know, this is what I'm saying, your passive perception. If you can leave and investigate, sure.
Yeah, I'm going out of here. I just tell the group that silently tell the group that there could be enemies outside.
You wake as a group up.
Rather, make a perception check for me.
Sure.
You might have heard something, so if you can more. Okay. What you do hear, however, is roughly around the time you're fiddling the second door. The loud shrieking yell in your head you've only heard before when an alarm goes off. What you end up seeing is that the first alarm door that you put down ends up like slowly like wiggling on the door handle. I'm guessing you haven't barred those doors, have you? You've only barred the secret door.
And I think this door.
No, because then okay. Did you bar that door?
No,
With-
because Radar is outside.
I'm just asking, did you bar that door? I'm gonna give you a choice there.
I'll shut up
Okay.
now.
Okay, so
Hey
rather
guys, I'm just gonna go make us. I'm gonna make us safe while we sleep. Go on,
You
you
hear
hear
the-
fucker.
you hear the wiggling and then a door opening. Do you want to open the door? Do you?
Do I want to open the
No,
door?
do you want to look at what opened the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Strat.
So as the scream goes off in your head, you see one of these like almost human-sized amalgamations of twigs and plants and wood. If you could start rolling initiative for me.
All of us or just
No, just him.
I need to click my token first. I always forget that.
Okay. Okay, so as you're doing the scribbles, you find yourself face to face with what seems to be a plant creature. It gives off what can best be described as like a like type of yell. It's loud. I would say that Manis for sure as hell would hear that thing. I'm not entirely sure whether Assam, Lucian, and Benjin would be asleep after 15, 20 minutes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Lucian and Assam went to sleep either. I know Benjin said he did. So
Because-
who think they would have heard that coming from just outside the other room?
The question is, if we were, would that noise be heard?
If you were
Probably.
awake, yes.
I would say that if you were awake, you would have heard it. Yeah. I don't know
Right.
how quick of a sleeper they are.
Clicking, like they were walking here, so I would definitely would have heard the scream.
Lucian can roll initiative.
I don't
Should-
know if 10 minutes or whatever I was enough to go to sleep. I just roll a dice and see if that is. Is that okay with you, Jan?
Perfectly fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. What die do you want me to roll, or how do I do that?
Then roll a d6 and take odds for one and evens for the other.
Okay, so if it's even, I'm sleeping.
Okay. So Assam seems to be snoozing. Benjen seems to be snoozing. Manis and Lucian, you hear it, which means that Manis can roll initiative.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
Oh no, you are for sure. You're guarding, so you would always be.
Ewan,
Yes.
you mentioned that they were blind and deaf last time. Was that out of character to describe it to us, or was that knowledge our characters would have?
No, I don't think you necessarily would know that. No.
Okay.
Can we have a new rule of reversing the initiative roll? So one starts and 20 goes last?
We're still also in the combat round that we don't start at the top of the round, so rather
No, I was just kidding. Like, don't take me serious on that one.
there's a little thing coming here to like actually yeah, it's going to try to it's going to claw you. 12 to hit.
Misses, I'd still have
Major armor.
armor up.
You have major armor on?
I cast it during the fight last time.
Ah, testicles. Well, you're safe.
I
Further?
assume it's not been 8 hours.
It has not.
Sweet. How big is this guy? Is it? It's not the tiny ones. It's the humanoid-ish size one.
About 150, 160 centimeters tallish.
Huh. Shit. I've got people sleeping. I know friends are there. And I've only seen one currently,
Yes, and you heard the yell
and only one yell.
as it spotted you. Yes.
Oh, I actually have no idea. Right, I go here. I went back into the other room. Yeah.
Take an attack of opportunity from that.
Yep.
It's a 7, so it misses.
And I'd cast Ray of Frost. I presume I can still see him. I can see him on my screen.
Yes, but he's probably having some form of cover, though.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I'm gonna say you're doing it as you're passing the door out of his. Just after he takes the swing, so +2 to his AC, I think. Not +5.
Does not matter.
Does not matter, you hit the door frame. Okay, that ends your turn, I assume.
Pardon me. Yes, it will.
Okay. For the purposes of this, just let me do some rolls. Top of the round. Lucian. You hear noises.
All of them, I'm guessing.
What did you say?
A lot of them, I'm guessing.
You hear one scream, one shuffle towards someone. You hear Radha going like, "Ho!" and then some running, some magic being cast, hitting the door frame. You see Radha rushing into the room.
Okay. I run to the door and slam it closed. And it's assuming that we are trying to bar it before. I'm assuming it's closing. It's opening toward the room, right?
It opens towards where you're standing. Yes.
So I use my body weight to keep it closed and shout out to Benjen and Assam to wake them up and help me bar the door with anything they can find.
Okay.
End my turn.
Okay. You hear like several new like weird yells. You hear just like lots of shuffling, lots and lots and lots of shuffling. 10, 20, 30. Something impacts the doors, real. You hear wood. Something tiny slams into the wood, and you see tiny little dents on parts of the woodwork. Not sure what the fuck that is. There's a massive slam hitting the door, Surreal. You hear the sickening, like, splintering of wood. It budges you.
Hold on.
Another slam against the door. In this case, something smashes open parts of the upper part of the door, and something just like starts to grab onto you onto the door and starts to pulling you. So you are currently actually just being like grappled and trying to be like pushed and like poked with, and something seems to be like trying to break open the door. I would say that the hole is large enough to give you cover, like 3/4 cover. Something seems to be shooting at you though.
Oh, what hole is the door broken?
Yes.
Yes. It took over 10 damage and it's now starting to splinter. So that door is not going to last. Do you want me to show you what I rolled, or do you believe me?
I believe you, of course.
We
But I
believe
don't
you.
know what armor class is anyway. But
I rolled a 20 and a 19.
Oh god.
it would, regardless if I'm in armor or not.
That 20 there is a natural 20.
Oh god, that's a crit.
So it's a 23 to hit. You take 14 piercing damage as something shoots you straight through the neck. That's with the +5 to AC, by the way.
Yes, I'm out of armor, right?
Yes, but it's a 20, so it's a natural hit.
Anyway. I mean, the other one would also hit because I'm out of armor, even with a
Yes.
+5.
I don't know what your AC is. You probably didn't get to take on your shield either, did you?
I have no idea, really.
Putting on a shield is an action.
Very barely holding up after
Oh.
this
Okay.
shot.
Something's going to try to slam the door open again. You see the door just splinter and the door is now gone. It took over 15 damage, meaning that there is no door there anymore. I have some good news for you though, Zuriel. As you're being grappled, you see about 5 of these weird physical looking creatures. You also end up seeing a rat on one of the benches. From what you saw of the bird at the Martikov camp, how it slowly morphed into what can best be described as a sort of this like horrid, monstrous amalgamation of bird and human. You see the rat slowly start morphing into something much larger. It grows in size, furry, long appendages stretches out until you see one of these hill folk standing in the corner of the room.
Question, Ewan. I don't see Benjamin and Sam in the turn order. Did they wake up after I shouted at them?
Yes, but they didn't wake up. Oh,
How the hell?
I mean, I think one of you guys yelled at them, so they should have woken up.
Yelled at them as I closed the door. Like I shouted at them.
When Lucian said the first time that he's gonna yell to me and Benjamin to wake up, I'm guessing I would have been awake. It's just
Yes.
a 10 minutes. I didn't go to sleep that much, you know.
Then I completely missed that. I should probably have done initiative then.
Okay.
Asam and Benjamin do initiatives.
Yes, I'm doing it now.
Putting on armor takes you 10 minutes though, so if you want to spend
5 seconds ago, mate. 5 seconds ago.
probably going to be about 100 turns before you
Oh,
get
okay. And then I'll just get it wrapped my arm on.
Isn't it 10 turns? Isn't it like 1 minute per turn?
10 turns per minute.
It's
It's 10
it's
minutes
6
to put it on.
seconds per
Oh,
turn.
great.
One turn is 6 seconds.
So we're not gonna have armor for this.
That's probably the worst case scenario.
All of those that ended up doing a long rest, Lucian, Asam, and Benjamin, you have 10 plus your dexterity modifier as armor at this point. If it's a negative, it's actually less than 10.
So 10 plus dexterity.
Yes.
My armor class.
What's your...
But you sure? Because my normal armor class is 15, and with that I'm 14. So it's just 1 point.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're wearing light armor, just want to talk about things out of character. Hill folk, are we familiar with them? Have we seen them before as a party?
Sort of, yes.
Once, yeah.
Were they offering us a beer or trying to kill us?
Kill us.
Kill us.
Okay.
Speaking of which, after last time I made a handout.
Oh, handouts. I like those.
The guy that Benjamin tried to chase was this guy that you had met earlier. Do note the name.
Druid Nemesis.
It's not meant to be someone that likes you.
And this is not the one in the other room that we are talking about.
No, this just seems to be a random hillbilly.
Okay.
Who's the guy that played Poseidon? He's got that vibe about him. Not
Played
Poseidon.
what?
Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Momoa.
Yeah, that guy.
Did you two roll initiatives?
I did.
Yeah, 15 and 23.
I'll say that you'll be able to get on your feet and grab your weapons, if nothing else, and
Okay.
um, let that be that. To be honest, the druid isn't really doing anything else because it can't do anything else. Rodar,
Which one? I can't really. I can see the square here. I can't ping some on things.
can barely see it past everything. Yeah.
Yeah. What I cannot see is because of the things patched out. Do I know how far 20 feet is? As a 20 feet cube.
If you know how long that is,
Um,
I would say that you're well experienced enough with ranging due to magical limitations that you know this would be. You would know the end of the kitchen dining room area is 20 feet.
basically, I want to cast a spell on.
You?
It depends. How are you doing web? I would like to cast web to fill up this room. However, it's a 20-foot cube. If I can aim here, and it is magical and we go through doors, I'd like to do that. If not, and you prefer it just to kind of thematic or whatever it was, I'll just cast it on that square, depending on what your preference is.
Um,
I'll link you the spell so you can read the wording. Oh, that's a Mystic Step.
no, I'm just literally. I'm gonna say that you wouldn't be able to get. No, you would. You can see it. Point of your choice within range.
So I would ideally like it.
Make a free perception check for me, and I'll say this. On 10, you can just do the square. Below a 10, you get the square just under the door. Anything above a 10 would be the
That's
square you
performance.
want. Okay, you hit this square.
Yeah, I'd like to make the 20-foot cube fill up the entire room.
So that entire area is webbed. Okay.
Let's go.
So everything there is difficult terrain and it's obscured. Okay.
And then it's, I suppose, the DC check of 15 for all the creatures in it to see if they're restrained.
Do I do that or do you do that?
All the creatures use their strength check, so whatever you prefer. Probably.
Okay, I'll do start with the druid and I'll go count. I'll do clockwise. So
Oh no, it's dexterity saving throw, sorry, first. It's strength to break it. It's dex first.
starts in the turn. Okay. Oh, it's every single round, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll do that on when we get there. Anything else you want to do on either?
Benjamin's awake now, isn't he?
Everyone is awake. Yes.
Yeah.
You see Benjamin getting to his feet with his weapon.
I would like to stay here so I can make sure I can keep an eye out the window, just in case something else.
Okay. Manis.
Hello.
What you want to do?
Can I hit this thing here?
Yes, you can do that.
What is the status of Lucian?
Hold the door at the two later parts of that episode.
Oh, is he still grappled?
He's not technically grappled.
Oh,
he's just
okay.
literally being fucked
Mauled.
up.
They're gonna run over me soon. Let's say like that.
There is no way for me and Lucian to swap positions between each other, right?
You would physically have to grab and pull him away and then run into that square if you wanted to. But that literally spends your action.
Or push me away. I guess.
Yes, but it still uses his action.
I won't be able to attack. That's what I'm saying.
No, you would just literally bar yourself in the door as a human shield.
I'll be doing that in that case.
Okay. You can just. Where do you want to push Lucian?
If I push him here, he's going to get an attack of opportunity, correct?
No.
No, because you move him.
Then I'll be pushing him here.
Okay, send him to the crib. So that's 10, okay?
I'll be taking position here.
Okay. You brace yourself in the doorway.
Yes.
You suddenly see a lot more monsters than you initially saw. You get the sense that this is fucked up. You also see a human hunched up on one of the benches in the kitchen area with like a rat head that's like slowly morphing into a human head.
That would be the token I was pinging on, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Lucian, it is your turn.
Be Benja's turn, actually?
Cubics.
Sorry, yes, yeah, Kubik, sorry.
No, they don't get a turn. Their turn was to grab their weapons and get up and wake up. There's a new turn now. Which means
because
I'm-
more.
No, it's a Sam's turn. Sorry, I didn't sort by.
Yeah,
That's all.
okay.
Okay. Can I see anything through that door? Because right now I'm seeing half of a token and one third of another one. So I just want to make sure.
You see man is in a doorway. In the doorway, you see two shapes.
Then they have partial cover, all of them, right?
For ranged attacks, yes. For melee, no.
So I can attack with melee weapons?
Yes. Cover does only protects against ranged attacks.
Oh, well, in that case, green flame blade on those two that are near the door that I can see.
Okay, roll your green flame blade.
Doesn't catch things on fire, does it?
What did you say?
It transports some part of the damage to the other one.
Okay.
12 hits. Roll for damage. So you literally killed the thing. Now, you are going to put fire onto the other one, right?
At 5th level, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 fire damage to the target. It's already dead. And the fire damage to the second creature increased to 1d8 plus spell casting.
So roll 1d8.
So your modifier.
So 2 plus your intelligence bonus.
Intelligence is 2, so that's 4.
Okay, so it takes. So this thing takes 4 damage. Jeffa, when something is covered in web, and then it starts taking fire from an external source, would you say the web would be clinging to him and then the web starts turning on fire?
Yes.
I would say that it's normally covered in web. Normally things aren't flammable unless it says flammable. Ignite things, but yeah, both can work.
No, I'm asking you here because you have the experience for it, and I'm wondering if you just literally put 20 feet by 20 feet on fire in this area.
It says any 5-foot cube of web exposed to fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d4 fire damage. But it's like 5-foot cube.
Yes, but the problem here is that it will spread. So I'm wondering how long it will take you to burn down the winery at this point. I'm gonna say it like
I would
this.
say that
I'm gonna create a square here. That's going to be what's currently on fire.
I'm glad I'm looking at this window for a place to jump to.
As you look out of the window, you see a couple of well, at least a couple of dozens up to 100 of those tiny little things, and a couple of these things. Sure. So one of the areas of the web is now burning. You get the sense that this fire will soon spread up the strands at a rate of doubling its area per round. So the next round you'll have 2x2 squares. Then you'll have 4x4 squares. Then you'll have 8x8 squares. You are currently on a ticking clock. Lucian, it is your turn. Oh, actually, Azam, do you want to do something else on your turn?
I cannot do anything to put out the fire from here, right?
You could have not
cannot.
casted the spell.
You cannot go in there and start closing down the fire, no.
Yeah, so yeah, I cannot do anything for it. I can move though inside there, right?
You can move if you want, yes.
Okay, I want to move here.
Okay. As you pass the corner, you see 3 other creatures and a like a hill folk you haven't seen before. You still have 25 feet of movement and a bonus action.
Okay, bonus actions cannot be a spell, right?
No.
Okay, so
Did you walk in there? Isn't that on fire there?
No,
No,
he's
it's just one square there. I want to put that square out, you know.
walking
Oh.
next to the fire.
The
Yeah.
flame jumped to the other mob, didn't it? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I try and put the fire on that mob out?
No, that would take you an action.
That's an action. Well, and using my water skin to douse it with water is another action.
You can use a free action to get your water skin, but you cannot douse it. That's a free action. That's an action.
Okay, so in that case, if I take the water skin out, I have to leave my weapon, right?
You would also have to drop your weapon, yes.
So I'm not gonna do that.
There's no way in hell with the actions you've done this turn that you can douse the flames there.
I was trying. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Expose yourself to the fire. Technically.
I suppose what you want to do with your bonus action and your 25 feet of movement.
Just stay here and guard the door with menace.
Okay. Lucian, what do you want to do?
Pro tip, we are not going to protect the door from a raging inferno.
There is no door anymore either.
Lucian, put out the fire, man.
Yeah, okay. You are realizing that the fire will spread onto you in the next turn.
I'll also point out that Lucian can't remove the fire from that position because there's a wall in between that. There's 2 walls in between, in fact.
3 walls.
Can this thing here hit me from where I'm standing?
No, he's literally shielded by 2 walls. There's a wall that you're in 2 different rooms, Surreal. You cannot even see the guy there.
He cannot hit me, right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he cannot hit you.
I will. That's the only thing I can do. Like left. It's Spirit Guardians.
You have a level 3 spell left?
Yes.
Oh,
What the fuck have you been doing?
you need to link that spell because that's actually kind of brutal.
What does that do?
Just let me find it. It's just an AoE around me that slows and damages.
For the first time, must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8. On a failed save?
You know,
Oh.
to save, you take health. And it's considered slow areas, the same as well.
So it's already a slow area. Sure. I'll start with the druid. I think wisdom saving throw.
I just checked and I don't think cover this goes through cover. So I think I'm only gonna hit this one here.
No, but we're centered around you.
Yeah, I don't
Target.
know.
No, it's the target's a 15-foot radius. Doesn't say anything about line of sight.
Who?
Oh, you can see.
No, that's
This is another part. I want to designate everyone I can see Assam as well, just to not be affected by this ability.
Oh, it seems like it literally hits anything within a 15-foot radius of you.
I leave this to you as your call.
It says when you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it.
Yeah.
This is for the safe part. For the damage part, I'm not sure if it goes through walls or not.
I
think it
literally think it's an AoE around you, so it should go around.
It doesn't say it's not possible for that.
spirits, so spirits should go through walls, but I don't know how it works. I'm just saying this is the first time I used it.
I'm. Give me a second.
I just read before I casted this that if it doesn't specifically say it goes around cover, it doesn't go around cover by definition. But I leave the judgment to you. I mean, I don't want to be a dick and pretend I want to kill the whole room through the wall.
Oh, it follows the cover rules, doesn't it?
most like.
Which is a +5 to their saving throw if it's 3/4, isn't it?
It's unaffected with total cover and then higher percentage AC depending if you're using half, 3/4, or however much you're using.
Okay, Lucian, I'll be straight with you. You only hit one target if you do it from there.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
You are. Okay. Um.
It's ongoing, so it won't end yet.
Okay.
Can he see all party members at the moment?
Yes, he can.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
The one you do see is actually killed, though. It just obliterates in the damage you do. That ends your turn, I suppose.
Can we just throw him into the room?
Who?
Lucian.
Lucian, like a bomb. Just like lop.
It would just kill me and it would end.
But was that the end of your turn? Okay. Pete, would you say that you would be bleeding?
Most of my damage came from falling, and so it depends if I broke anything that would pierce the skin. Otherwise, I'll just be battered and bruised. So I don't know. I wouldn't argue against it. I wouldn't argue for it.
Because I would state that since Rather is geared, since Assam is unarmored but seems to be fighting, since Manis is dressed in metallic armor and you're standing there like battered on the bed, I think the ranged attack would get to you. I'll be fair. On a odd, it's a melee attack against Assam. On an even, it's a ranged attack against you.
It would be 3/4 cover, right? Or 2.5 cover at least.
So odds was melee against Assam, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
So Assam, you get a raking claw attack for an 8 to hit.
No.
Benjen, it is your turn.
In my spell list, I've got this. Oh, I didn't mean to kind of click it.
Yes.
What's that? Is that a spell I can use whenever I want?
That's a level 5 spell that you will get at like
right, okay, yeah.
11 or something.
I just saw it, I just thought, well, that sounds nice.
It will be. It's a fantastic ability.
If we get there,
Yeah, if I get there.
I found this nuclear bomb in my back. I'm wondering, can I use that?
I'm going to use my last level 1 spell.
Okay.
Did that work? No, oh yeah. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Touchy, touchy.
Yes, I've got 3 more HP. Woohoo. And then I'm going to move here.
Okay. That ends your turn, I guess?
Yep. Let me just take that spell slot.
See, here's the fun part. Because I wonder if Assam really thought this through. But Assam, you do realize that Radar put web into this place, right?
yes.
So when the mob you put on fire now attacks you, if he hits you, what do you think will happen?
Puts you on fire.
Probably.
He will invite you for a drink.
And I'm gonna take that drink. Yes.
22 to hit.
How much? Sorry.
22 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
So in this case, it means you are.
Luck.
Okay.
So I need to roll, or you need to roll again? Or what?
I need to reroll, I think. Then it's an 8.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. Fuck.
That's close.
Fuck
I was,
you.
I was going for something else solution, but yeah, that was good.
Another claw attack. 21 to hit.
Luck.
Okay.
How many points do you have, man?
I never used since the last.
You used one already, haven't you?
No.
17 to hit.
That hits. Uncanny dodge.
Okay, that halves the damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's 7 turned to 3. 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
The druid that has done the shape change is going to. It's going to say fuck it. The druid is going to cast web into the bedroom.
Oh, that's fun. That's
No one is going anywhere.
We're all going to be set on fire.
Yes.
So things will spread pretty fucking fast here if the original.
wait. But does the webbing spread the fire, or it's just there?
No, the webbing mainly coats the bedroom, and it coats Assam and the alive burning creature.
But it doesn't spread the fire. The fire spreads by itself, not by the web.
No,
No.
but for instance, if Radar were to cancel his web now, it would mean that the fire would just spread towards you all.
Question: when he casts the web on this guy here, does he take another hit from the damage from fire?
No. Wait.
Because he's technically on fire. And
Yes, but he's still on fire. You don't get more on fire when you're on fire. He's just still on fire.
Oh, it's a debuff. I thought it's a one-time only.
Like what Radar did, I believe, was. Oh, this is a. I think he did that, right? But what the druid now did, to be an ass.
Seeing anything, by the way, if you're.
I can only basically he's put a dot here, which is where I targeted, and there's a blue square, which was the entire room we came from.
Do you see the blue and yellow squares now?
The two webs, yeah, it's fine.
The blue square is Jaffa's web, the yellow square is the druid's webs. And the common denominator here is the orange burning place thing. So, uh, the druid, I think, is actually gonna just fuck off. Makes it there with his movement, but he's still trying to fuck off.
Out of game something.
It's not invisibility of the guardians. No. Yes, Asam.
So the fire, just so I can get my head around, can be put out by physical action like stomping on it, putting water on it, or some magical thing that can be cast in an area to douse the fire. Like
In combat, it will take you one action to remove one square. Outside of combat, it will take you one action to remove 2 squares.
okay,
Rather, it's your turn.
Options are rather limited.
Thank God you bought the only secret escape.
I'm going to set a secret escape on fire. No, I'm not. That spell slot doesn't exist. Spend that. I will just cast Red Frost on that guy.
Okay. Roll for damage. Ooh. That's it.
And I'll move to that square next. Okay, yep, and I'm my turn.
Okay. There's a chest barring that door, by the way. So just so you're aware of that.
Chest, but
Yes, it's a real.
yeah, this door is blocked. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Manus, it's your turn. You're not sure what's going on, but it seems like everything here is trying to cause more damage than. Well, yeah.
Do I have
Surrounded by enemies.
anyone in range?
You have a some in range. There's something
wait.
on fire directly to the right of the door into the other room.
Can I hit Sam in the back of the head with the pommel of my mace?
Yes.
He thoroughly deserves it, but I will not do that. Can I turn off the? Can I
turn off the fire.
turn off the fire exactly?
Trust me, the plant is plenty turned off already.
Um,
Are you saying you want to run up to the burning creature and start patting the fire out?
Yes,
yeah.
One.
that sounds nice.
Very quickly, sorry, just because it affected my last turn. I forgot about web. Does 15 beat its armor save, so I can actually move? Does it beat its save? Sorry.
It should, yeah. It has a spell testing of 12. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I just forgot about it. I didn't want to.
Yeah, I forgot about that part as well. So you get the sense, Manus, that if you want to move, you also have to run the saving throw there. But you could actually run up to the plant and pat it down. Yeah, it does spend your action to do so.
I would like to put off the fire. I'll do the saving throw in that case.
Okay, you have to beat a 12.
Saving throw of what? Dex?
Dexterity, yeah. It's pretty much your shit, yes. You're restrained and stuck in place. You can still attack it.
But I can't put out the fire.
No, and you also will have disadvantages on the attacks there.
Okay, since I'm restrained, I can't move anyway. I will be attacking with disadvantage on the only target that is in range from me. which is not Ascend's backside.
I am not your target.
This creature here.
Okay.
Do not tempt me.
I've just realised it's like if you leave this room, you have 2 web saves to make.
14 to hit.
14 does it?
13 damage.
It even fucking dies. This burning pile of wood crumbles on the floor.
Will that stop the spread of the fire or make it go out quicker?
It will make it into burning kindling on the floor.
Okay.
New round begins. Fire now will spread along the lines of the web. Fortunately, it will not spread along the lines I originally dictated.
Okay. Can I put out the fire in that square next to me?
First, you have to take the damage, I believe.
Yes.
You are sitting in the fire right now.
Yes.
Let's see.
Currently
take-
also in my web.
Okay, so roll 2d4, Jaffa.
Jaffa or me?
Jaffa.
Why is Jafar rolling for fire damage?
Because I want Assam to know who's killing him.
Ah!
I mean, I didn't set it on fire, to be clear.
Yeah.
You take six justice damage, Assam.
Yes.
The
Okay.
justice damage.
Yes, that's justice damage. Okay. Can I now try to put out the fire?
Which of the 4 squares do you want to try to put out?
Because you can only do one.
The one that I'm on.
You don't want to put yourself out on fire?
Wait, what?
You are on fire, and the room is on fire on that square. You can put yourself out of fire, and the room will still be on fire. I'm gonna listen. I'll say this the super simple way. It's not just you burning here; it is the room.
Okay.
When you started this fire, you're literally starting to burn down the mansion, and with the webs up, it's literally like pouring gasoline over the area here, because it's not only just on the floors; it's up in the ceilings and the walls and everything, and it spreads fast.
Okay.
You're literally in a death trap right now.
I'm gonna put myself out of.
You'll still be on fire because the room is on fire though. So when it's your next turn, you'll begin in the fire and then you'll burn.
And let me give you another pointer. If you try to put out the room, the next turn the room will catch fire from you being on fire.
Yeah.
It's basically what's called a catch-22.
Okay. Can I use my water skin to douse a larger area because it has more liquid?
Can you use a half-liter bottle of Coke to literally put out the flames in 10 by 10 meters?
Let me tell you
3
from
by 3 meters.
Let me tell you from
Okay.
personal lived experience that you cannot do that.
I'll say this to you, Cubic, to be nice. If you want the fires here to stop, you need to get rid of the webs. Jaffa controls one web, the druid controls the other web. You need to get rid of the webs if you want to stop the fire from spreading, at least. Because next time,
Okay,
from what I can see, that entire room is going to be filled on fire, and Benjen, Manis, and Lucian will also be swallowed by the inferno.
Can I still see the druid?
Yes, he's heading out of the door.
Okay, I like to.
You will have to roll double dexterity checks to get out of the webs.
Can I charm person him?
Probably. Is that a range on that?
I'm gonna link it because I have no 30 feet. Yeah.
Um. Sure.
Okay. He needs to do a save of 13.
A wisdom saving throw against 13.
Yes.
I'll do this. Now you know.
Unfortunate, it does have advantage.
Sorry?
It's
The
uncommon.
creature has advantage because we're actively trying to kill it.
I didn't. I didn't hit it or anything. I just hit the minions around it. I never did anything to it.
You are fighting it though. It is trying to kill you.
Okay. So is it charmed?
No.
Fuck.
You would have probably been better off trying to actually melee it and break concentration. Do you want to do anything with your movement and bonus action, or
I would say try to get the web out of I don't know me, but since I'm on fire, everything I touch gonna catch fire, right?
yeah?
I'm gonna touch the one next to me.
It's an action to.
Yeah, you can't touch anything. You already took an action.
Like I'm not going to allow you to do that as an attack, but I can allow you to move to put more of the room on fire if you want to.
More of the room on fire.
No,
More of the.
I'm gonna
Did-
stay
did-
where I am. Then.
I like how Yuan just gave up and just rode into the fact that Assam is actively trying to kill all of us.
I mean, okay.
I'm not trying to kill you, man. Stop saying that. Because I can still do a.
From my point of view,
Yeah, from my point of view, I don't know where you're standing from, but as far as I see it, and I am assuming everyone else,
It's like I just literally see like Jaffa take like a massive like oil bomb and toss into the other room, and Cubic wonders what the hell happened, so he lights a torch just to see what happened. Huh?
And to be fair, I tried to use the charm person to get him to be my friend and put out the fire.
Lucian, you feel the sweet, wonderful smell of fire.
Of bacon.
Hey, I need to roll dexterity save, right?
No. Only if you move.
Oh, it said if I start my turn inside the web.
yeah, you need to do the dex save if you start your turn inside the web in order to decide whether you're rooted or if you're able to move.
Yeah, but that is whether or not you are restrained. I'm not sure if you want to do something that makes it pointless to be restrained or not.
If you
So-
don't try to move, there's no point of doing the save.
Yeah. Like if you want to cast a spell, it doesn't matter.
Can I move to this spot here?
Make a dexterity saving throw. No, you cannot.
Can I move?
No.
No, you cannot. You can make an action to make a strength check against the web, though, if you want.
I'm a powerful person, right?
So you're just literally rooted there because Jaffa's web is no, the druid's web.
The
is
druid's op is holding us, not Jaffa's.
Okay. I will make a strength check in order to break free from the web.
Okay, do so.
Is it a save or is it
Check.
I just press strength?
Yes. You break.
Smash.
Free.
Can I now move?
I believe so. Yeah.
I spent my action, but I can move, right?
Yes.
So I will only. When I pass through here, it doesn't say that I will get fire. It says that I get fire if I like literally
Or
in that
enter,
place.
I believe.
Yeah, I need to start my turn in the fire, right?
No, it actually starts its turn. Yeah, you can recruit. You can only move 2 squares though, because you are double restrained,
They stack up?
don't they?
I thought it's only one.
What does what stack up? Sorry.
No, if you have half movement from difficult terrain, doesn't that stack up with? Does web stack with itself in the movement thing?
It just makes it. Technically, it doesn't reduce your movement. It makes the terrain difficult terrain. So, if you,
Okay,
as a
then
GM, would say that if difficult terrain gets made more difficult terrain, possibly, but not.
I would say it's like twice the amount of webs and twice the amount of stickiness. But I'll be fair since Cubic's already fucking you here, so you can move 3 squares.
I'm technically bringing a third flow in around me.
I mean, a Cubic is already helping me kill you all, so I'll give you all the help you can need. Move 3 squares.
See this guy here?
I don't think you can.
You
You
entered my web.
barely can, yes.
You've also entered my web.
Yes.
So I need to roll another save?
A deck save, yeah.
You could have removed that web, you know.
I've had one turn to do it so far, and currently.
I have good news. You are now restrained. However, I think Spirit Guardians now will affect all 3 of them when it's their turn. And now I need to scroll all the way back up to find out what the fuck your damage was on Spirit Guardians.
16.
3d8.
3d8, okay. No, but 16, he rolled 16. So... Okay, that ends your turn. Is that a wisdom saving throw?
Probably, yeah, it is.
So the first one, 17. Does that beat it?
Yes.
So 8. Okay. And no, it's this guy's turn. Why on earth would it want to? Oh, it's on fire, so it takes 6 damage from Radar. No, Cubic. Well, Radar Cubic. And it dies because it's on fire. Benjen, it is your turn.
I'm here. I'm just in deep thought. Just trying to think of the best way to use it. Indeed. So if I go through this, if I go to basically here, I know I can't because the time's there, but have I got to roll 2 webs and a fire?
Yes, and you also will have to roll just to move.
If I stand there, can I see the druid?
You will still have to roll to move.
Okay, but can I see the druid from here?
Can you? No.
I can from there, like a millimetre down. There, I can.
I don't think there's no way inside the bedroom to see the druid. From what I can see from the druid's point of view.
Just a second, I'll check sync out.
So I think I'll just simply start you out where you started and you decide on your turn.
Can I use bonus actions first?
Yes, there's no ordering there. Okay, you move 2 squares. So first.
Oh no, I'm
roll-
sorry. I'm just checking something. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'm saying that you can't do that. I'm saying if you want to move and
All right. Okay. Then what do I need to roll?
it's a dexterity saving throw first. You cannot move.
So I'm still here. Yeah.
Yes, you're restrained. So if you want to do anything against the restraint, you would need to roll a strength check to try to break the webs holding you down. Okay, you break free, so you can theoretically move 3 squares. You only have a bonus action and 3 squares of movement.
I'll just move there and then end my go.
Okay. This guy will. Oh, what the fuck is that guy gonna do?
Take damage first.
No, he's outside of the damage range. No, he takes damage from you. That's right.
Yeah.
And he rolls a fucking 2
1.
minus 1 equals 1. Correct. So he dies. Druid's turn. He's in range of that thing, so he takes. What did he have to? He rolled a 13 to save.
It doesn't save.
Okay, so he takes 16.
Does that break concentration?
That's what we're gonna roll for now. The webs inside the bedroom suddenly starts resuscitating. Okay. The druid is going to close the fucking door to the kitchen.
The door where he's at, right? Yeah.
Yes. Then
This bastard is always running away.
This
No,
is
this
another
is-
one.
This is a different one.
Oh, okay. I thought it's the old one coming back.
no.
But yes, they keep running away.
Yeah.
Not
I don't
even, not even a burning house can keep them in check.
Well, I don't know about that. The thing is, we're trying not to burn the whole house down.
In fact, before he closes the entire thing, just be an extra ass about this.
He's gonna cast web again.
No, he can't cast
Oh
web again.
my god.
Armor.
Give me a second. Since he cannot cast web, he is going to, from point within range, 90 feet.
So this is before he closes the door, right?
Yes. He's going to cast Entangle. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from a point within range.
Oh
For
no.
the duration, these plants turn the ground in the area into difficult terrain. A creature in the area, when you cast a spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On a success, it frees itself. When the spell ends, the conjured plants will wilt away. So.
Can you link that, please, so I can read it carefully?
No, I don't actually think I can link things like this.
You can copy paste the description in the chat.
I can.
You also don't know the spell.
Yes.
Ah,
so
okay.
I'm just reading it out loud to you to not be a total ass.
So basically, you're basically forced to use your action. So no attacks this turn for anyone. Yay!
If you fail your save,
It doesn't matter. It forces you to take an action in order to do a check.
No. You have to roll a strength saving throw as the spell is cast.
You
if
get
fail
okay.
it.
Then you
If
are
you
forced
fail it,
to
then
use
you
your
have
action.
to do that. Yeah.
Okay. I get it now. Yeah, that was unclear for me. That's why I wanted to read the text.
There, and door closed. And yeah, there we go. So can everyone inside the green square now roll a saving throw? A strength one.
Didn't you have to use more actions to close the door, then open it, and then close it?
No, I'm saying he would have cast that beforehand.
So
Yeah,
what
I
is
guess.
closing the door a bonus action or an action?
It's a free action. It's neither.
Okay.
Manus saves. Lucian does not. Assam does not. Rather than Benjamin.
Do I?
No. I like the fact that even with a 5, natural 1, Benjamin just pounds at you hard.
What can I say? I'm athletically gifted.
So everyone here is restrained except for Manus. Radar, it's your turn.
Oh, no, that what? What is
Clarification question. I have full range of movement, right? I'm not slowed in any way now, considering the web is done.
It's not done.
No, but the plants still make the area difficult terrain, so you only have 3 squares of movement.
Oh, great.
And Radar's webs are also there, so that's also difficult terrain.
Oh, great.
You can make it to the door in the kitchen room. That's it. Actually, you could theoretically then open the door and dash and get further if you wanted.
Yeah, you use action search and like you can.
I do not have action surge because I didn't get a short rest.
Yeah, this happened like 15 minutes after you started resting.
Rather.
I think he's planning on how to not die.
Hope he how to not kill us.
You're restrained, just so you know.
I'd like to cast another one. No, I don't know.
Christ.
Is there anything alive in that room?
You can only see what you see.
Wait, I need to. If I move it, break. So strength check to break it, isn't it?
Yes. Strength saving throw. No strength check, yes. Your action and your strength check.
I disappeared. What the fuck?
This will be fun.
Where did it fucking go? I don't see it.
You are restrained.
Lucian's dead, apparently. Disappeared.
You're still restrained.
That'll be my action. I can't eat anything. I'll just cancel weapon stand here then.
Okay.
So I can't do anything else. Of my own free will.
Manus, it would be your turn.
Can I get my token back? Okay, I did. Good.
You have it back. Relax.
So, I'll be 3 steps. This would be no. I'll go here and use my action to douse the fire on my square that I find myself on.
Okay, you do that.
Do I get to douse another fire? I can't see anything here, by the way. Just
You're
one.
still in. I'm just gonna say you're still in combat, by the way.
Am I able to do anything else?
Movement and bonus action. You have 20 feet of movement left. A bonus action and a free action.
Give me a second.
Oh shit! I spilled coffee.
You should have webbed it in place.
But my plan for this was completely different to everybody else's, it seems.
No, restrain everything was good.
My plan was to stay in this room and fight them one by one.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a good plan.
Yep. Yeah, Sam's got a bit of a
One small mistake and the house is on fire.
Suddenly, a nagging wife. I burned down the house again and she won't let it go.
I'm assuming, Manis, you have nothing left on your turn?
No, I have no imagination. That's the problem. I will be ending my turn here, I guess. I
Alright.
don't see any other part of viable actions.
Assam, you're still on fire.
Yes, I'm take 6 damage.
You take 6 damage. All the enemies are dead. There's another room now covered with plants that you can put on fire if you want to.
But not here, unfortunately.
So,
I
what do you
tried
do?
to put out the fire because
On yourself or on the ground?
Either way, if I put it on the ground, I'm gonna take damage from myself next turn. If I put it on myself, I'm gonna take it from the ground. So I'm gonna put it out on myself.
Okay. You
Uh,
can move out of the flames if you do that, by the way.
Entangled, so he can move.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
yeah, I need to do a
I
strength,
forgot that.
so I cannot do that. I can just stay in place and take it like a
Thank you, sir.
stupid
Yeah,
roll.
I forgot about that.
No
Yeah.
worries.
All right. So that ends your turn, I suppose.
Uh, yeah, there's nothing that I. Wait, this is the kitchen.
Yes.
But taking out the putting the fire out on myself, that's an action. So
Yep. Lucian, it's your turn. You are restrained.
Can I put out fire around me, or am I too entangled?
You're too entangled to do that. You need to be on the square. From how we judged it in the first room, that was on fire.
So I have nothing else to do except strength check, right?
Okay.
Saving throw, I guess.
Strike check. Check.
Man, I'm strong. Okay.
You break 4. Will you break 3?
But now I already used my action, so I cannot put out any fires, right?
You cannot.
but you can go after.
At least I'll open the door.
Okay. You
Yeah,
still
right.
have 5 feet of movement left after, and
Should be 10.
no.
Okay.
No, no, yeah, 10. Sorry.
I will
No,
just.
no, not even that. 10, 15. You have 3 more squares on your left.
I will just get out, see that actually, is it like 5 to here or 5 to here?
5 to there.
Okay, so I have 2 more, or
Yes.
I can barely see some tokens.
Yes. You actually see the tail end of the druid as you're chasing him.
And some
Benjen, it's your turn. You are restrained by plants trying to invade your personal spaces. No, they are not trying to invade your personal spaces anymore. You have.
I move here. Can I try and put out the fire in a sand square?
No, you spent your action.
Alright. So I'll just wait here then.
Yes. That ends your turn, I guess.
move, I think. Or
The druid. Can you roll your spiritual? Is that the spiritual? Is the spiritual guardian's damage perpetual? By the way.
it's
Yes.
every turn 3d8, so you need to roll it every time, I'm guessing.
So okay, roll damage again. 14.
Yes.
So which would mean it's a wisdom. Roll a 1 and a 1. Those of you inside the bedroom are not being penetrated by vines. Lucian, as you're chasing after the figure rounding the corner, you hear like ah!
Oh, he dies.
Yes.
The druid died?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't make the damage, so he took the full 14 there.
So if the druid died, only the fire's left.
You're realistically out of combat. Rather, what do you want to do?
Cry.
Sure.
Over the fire so that you put it out, right?
Yeah, exactly. At least make it useful.
You have 3 squares of the
1,
kitchen burning.
2. I will pick the table.
Okay. You remove that.
Whichever
fire.
one I would like to put out the square that I am on. If you'd like me on that square to show that I'm putting it out or beside it, whichever one is.
That's fine. Since you're out of
Preferable to
combat, do you want to do the second square as well, or do you want to? You can do 2 out of combat.
Is Assam's in fire currently, right?
Yes.
He's in fire, yes. But really, is he the one you want to save?
That's true. Suppose I'll put out the fire under him.
Thank you.
Okay. Manis. Suddenly everything seems less chaotic and more like yay.
I will be moving on this square and put it out.
Okay. The
Did you
fires
look at
are
the GIF Jaffa posted?
I haven't seen Discord yet.
No. Wait, he didn't catch fire. That's wrong. He needed to
That-
be.
That is literally you and Rother right now, yes. Okay, seems like you managed to defuse the situation.
That meme, Benjen, is absolutely on fucking point.
Yes.
You're not an adventurer until you burn down your first tavern.
We're here to save the winery by burning it down.
Well, no one said it has to be useful anymore.
No, we needed to save the winery, not the house in the winery.
I mean, technically, all we were asked to do was to make sure the winery had no longer be occupied. If there is no winery, it cannot be occupied.
Sure. Anything you would like to do in the aftermath of this clusterfuck of an situation?
I would like to take out my pipe and says, anybody has a light?
Use the remaining fire to light the.
Does he actually do that?
If I had played Radar, this is where Fireball it would magically appear on a
No.
scroll.
Does Assam actually do that? Pulls out a pipe and says, "Does anyone has a fire?" Is that a confirmed action?
Yes.
I want to slap him. I want to slap the fuck out of him.
Uncanny dodge.
First, he has to roll an attack for unarmed attack. So if you could do that, Manus.
Yes, a second. I'm specifically aiming for the pipe.
To do the roll. It's safe to say that fucking
I'm doing an uncanny dodge.
There is hatred in that slap.
You get bitch slapped back home.
How much damage?
5.
5 damage with uncanny dodge. That would be 2 damage, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Oh,
look at
God.
this and I say, you owe me a pipe.
I'll gladly pay for that when he gets safely home.
And I'm going to take my armor. To put my armor on.
Let's just walk past everyone back into the room
What did you say?
and cast Minor Illusion. I would like to walk back into the room and cast Minor Illusion to make a bit of fire appear on Assam's shoulder still, and tell Manus he missed a bit.
Okay. Like a frozen flame appears on Sam's shoulder. Doesn't flicker, it doesn't move, it doesn't shine, but it seems to be fire. Manus, can you
Yes.
roll an intelligence check?
I shall do that in a second. Give me a moment.
I hope you roll low. I hope you roll a low. Oh no, it appears.
I mean, technically my spell save is 15.
Yes, but it's not that he's smart enough to understand that when fire doesn't move or anything. He's smart enough to understand it's not fire.
I mean, technically it does say he doesn't know it's not real unless they have an investigation check.
He didn't roll an investigation check.
Okay, so am I believing that fire is real?
You're smart enough to understand that fire will flicker. You can roll an investigation check to see if it's real or not.
I'm looking at the fire. I figure out that it's something fishy with it, and I say I wouldn't put that out even if it would be real.
Oh god!
You know what my next attacks are gonna be right now, right?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
You know what my next attacks are gonna be, right?
I want to see it try, bro.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. I lost my train of thought there.
I will go on by looking, going like back inside the dorm, and say to everyone, okay, new rule, Assam is not allowed to play with fire anymore.
Check out.
Anyone else want to do something?
To check that druid's body for anything, any loot.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Investigate him.
While he's doing that, I want to take my put my armor on. I don't know if it's done or not.
You rifle through this druid's body, and the first thing you really notice is that um, what you consider to be clothing is not really what this is. This seems to be a collection of leathers and hides patched into uh, protective garments from uh, damage and environment, so they don't have much in terms of pockets and stuff. Um, you can see like a wooden staff that is like carved, but it seems to be more functional as like a
Walking stick.
walking stick rather than something that seems it doesn't seem much different from like a large long tree being cut down into like it just literally looks like a really long branch. He has a lot of like uh, stuff hanging on him from sinew type of chains, like teeth and tiny little animal skulls and stuff. But you get the sense that they're just literally decorative, if anything else. There's nothing here that seems to you to be valuable. There doesn't seem to be any coinage. There doesn't seem to be any items other than these things. So,
Dear Game Master, may I ask a question?
yes.
Can we get the status information of our overall location? Are we safe? Are we still being hounded by 100+ creatures on the outside of the winery?
You would have to do a perception check outside of the window.
Ah, okay. I will do that on my turn.
There's no turn. We're just literally, so you can just do that.
I'll go next to the window here and do a perception check. Did you say no?
I said yep.
Ah, okay. Because I understand the window is like, what? Okay.
Would everybody like me to cast alarm again?
I
you do
don't
the
think we
same
hear
thing?
it except for you, though.
Do a perception check, Manus.
Yeah, the opera was moving really slow too.
Ooh.
I see things.
You see a lot of trees. You see a lot of plants. They all have to be evil. But there must be some really big monsters here because they are as large as trees.
I am more confused now.
Sorry, I was just laughing at Pete's Discord. No, you can't say for sure. It's hard for you to see. Pete goes back to sleep. Anyone else?
I'm looking at Radar and I'm asking, can you give us a safe long rest?
I can, but I have to do that after alarm if you want alarm.
Can you do alarm on the whole room so it's faster?
Can do.
You have a door, though.
I should be able to.
What?
That'll go
Can we
out,
put
won't
the
it?
wardrobe in place of the door? Is it large enough, Jon?
What? It's a alarm is a 20 square thing.
Should be fine.
No. My question is, can we use the wardrobe? Is it large enough to replace the door?
No, they are pretty. It's they're not large enough to cover the door itself. Maybe if you put it down on the ground as like nah, it wouldn't be a very. They are pretty slender in terms of size, so they wouldn't be heavy enough to be very functional. They might be functional if they serve as like a barring ram, but not as just in front of it. No. And even so, they could just literally splinter through the door because the door is gone. There is no door anymore. That might be worth remembering. There is no door.
We should use another room, guys.
Can we take the door from the kitchen and put it here?
Sure, roll if you're a skilled enough carpenter to do that, then sure.
I mean, just to lift out from the hinges, do I need to be a carpenter?
I'm saying that you wouldn't necessarily know how hinges work.
Okay.
Just let's in another room. There was one down the hall. Should be large enough to fit us.
That purple cube, can I cast alarm in that area? I think it's 20 feet. I can't quite see because most of it's black.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I'd like to tell everybody. Oh wait, has someone just gone off to look? Has someone just gone off to look for a door?
You would not necessarily know if.
Has someone left? Am I missing a party member in my immediate vicinity?
No, he's under you.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Surreal is just literally. Illusion is just literally hanging over your shoulder, being like, devilry. Judging you silently.
You sound just like him.
I'm holding my holy symbol while doing that, like blasphemy.
You hear mutterings of purgatory and inferno, cleansing your soul, and all of those kind of things. So alarm is up. Okay.
If I'd like to tell it just to rest here, and I will start doing tiny hut.
How long does that take?
11 minutes.
11 minutes. Okay. Let me now just roll under random encounter table.
Let me prepare the green flame blade again.
I'm kidding. There's no random encounter table here. Hey, you managed to cast the safety bubble. There's like a dome that appears here. It's
matching my hair.
Yes, it's a spell. It is a protective bubble, which means that nothing can get through it while you're resting. It's literally called Leoman's Tiny Hut, which is a good protective spell and will last for 8 hours or until cancelled or dispelled. So, for the purposes of this, you will get a long rest, uninterrupted, as long as Jaffa doesn't magically cancel it, or it gets dispelled.
No, in that case, I can get a long rest as well with everyone else.
Everyone will, yes.
Nothing can hit us in this bubble?
What did you say?
Nothing can hurt us in this bubble?
Nope.
Nothing.
No creatures can enter. No spells can enter. No projectiles can enter.
You can't even use gas or something like that. It will not penetrate. Air will penetrate. Gas will not.
It's insane. Can you link this spell?
It also no. I will not link the spell because you're a holy man. You don't believe in this devilry.
So you're sleeping outside.
So Jaffa decides how many people can be inside this thing. It is a 15-foot dome from one side to the other. Only a certain amount of people can stay within it. I think it's 8. And it also has like a magical floor, so people cannot dig through it. It's a dome with a closed floor. So it's a pretty safe and really good spell. It's also a ritual, so Jaffa doesn't need spell slots to cast it.
How long is the cast?
1 minute. Plus the 10 minutes of the ritual. So he can do it, but he has to stay within the dome for it to last.
But we can use this to rest in dangerous areas if we need.
Yes.
I can also turn the lights on and off at will.
If only we knew this before we tried to rest.
This is pretty much the best level. Well, he did tell you, I'm just going to put down 3 alarms and then I'll make sure we are safe.
Yeah.
But you decided to take off your armor and rest while you had literally caused such a ruckus in the entire winery that one of the packs were pretty well aware there were enemies around, and the druid was scouting you.
I don't think we were able to see the druid before he shapeshifted into human form, right?
Rolled low on the perception checks.
Okay,
Didn't
okay.
have he had an 18 stealth check, so your natural perceptions, passive perceptions, did not actually catch it.
So we needed to roll over 18 in order to notice me.
Yes,
Yeah, I get
or have a higher to notice the rat form he was in. Which this is why I asked if, for instance, something like an ant would be noticeable, because the druid was already scouting through here with rat form. So it's just literally me asking random questions for a reason.
Oh, I agree, but let's. I mean, let's not compare a rat to an ant.
No, I know. That's why I wondered what the size limit was, because an ant probably would still have been noticed if there's a token for it.
Ah,
I don't think there's any token sizes below tiny. So yeah. Um, it also means the entire room you're in is actually searchable because it falls in under the parameter of tiny art.
what does that mean? Searchable.
You can like all the contents of the room is also inside the bubble. So the
Ah,
medicine
okay,
table,
I
the
get it.
wardrobes. So if
The
someone
mimic in the corner.
yes. Speaking of which, I promised Asama a mimic with a gun. And fittingly enough, he's right near the crib.
Yay!
Anyway, so anyone wants to do something in the 8 hours, or do you just all want to just like tackle out and sleep?
I would say I would investigate and search the room besides just sleeping in it,
Okay.
since it's
One
safe.
person can do that, two people can do it, or one person with advantage.
I will give my help towards advantage to whoever
I
wants
can
to
do
do
it
that.
as well.
I will assist Assam in searching the room.
So that's investigation, right?
Yes, that would be investigation with advantage from me.
Let me put my shit to advantage.
Okay. You start with the crib. Seems to be a fairly normal crib. Seems to be a recently used crib, so there must be like a baby having slept in it just recently. Because you can see like some smudges and stuff on the bed sheets and the pillow. So apparently, not cleaned just recently. You check through both of the wardrobes. In one of the wardrobes, the one closest to the door, you see what seems to be more like female clothes. In the other one, you can see more male clothes. So probably a male and a female spends time in this room and lives in the room. You go through the desk. As you rifle through the desk, you see a lot of documents. Would you have studied the documents, or would you have just left them alone?
Studied them as part of the investigation.
Okay. Um, it seems to
I
be
have time for it, right?
yes, 8 hours. You have plenty of times.
Okay.
Um, mostly seems to be shipping records. There's like quite a number of records here, in fact. As you rifle through the books here that's on the desk, you can see shipping records dating back not centuries, but decades, almost a century long shipment records.
Okay.
Oh, would you have studied the records as well? Or had someone help you with that?
Manny said he was helping me, so
Okay.
I'm
You,
guessing that he
you
is.
and you and Manes would have realized that most of the most recent records are linked with initials.
Okay.
Could you repeat that? Because I swear to God, I understood that the most recent diapers are inked with initials.
No, the most recent shipment records
Ah, okay.
are indicated by initials. BV BW, K, and Vishtani. You also, as you flip through all of these books, you also end up seeing a crap load of entries for something that's also an. So the four first ones are the most recent years, and like then you have DS more sporadically, but that actually seems to be going back for quite some time.
Okay.
Obviously, the S stands for who shall not be named in these parts of town.
You're not in that town anymore.
He's getting his wine from here.
Yeah,
But you get the sense that if Manis's assumption is correct, Strahd has received not necessarily regular shipments, but infrequent shipments for the past few decades, and quite a lot in the past. So he's probably one of the more larger customers from this winery.
And D, I'm telling Manis D could be a baron or something.
We already know that. I mean, that he's shipping to the count.
to the count. Yeah, we were aware of that. That's not necessarily new information.
It'll be
I'm
Vishtani,
thinking
obviously.
BV would mean Barov. Not Barovia. What's the first town we ended up where we grabbed Irina from? I think that's the town.
Barovia. That's
Yeah, Barovia.
Barovia.
I think that is BV. Vishtani, it's pretty self-explanatory. BW and K is more.
Could
You
be
know.
the baron in the current town. I don't know. I forgot his name.
Vargas.
Vargas.
One of the things you do notice is that there are two shipments that doesn't seem to be
Named.
fulfilled at the moment. Like it doesn't have like a clear date, so doesn't seem to be shipments being completed. One of them is BW, one of them is a K.
I don't know anybody with a K. Yeah.
But that's literally all you get from the records. You just get a sense that from the frequency of wine shipments, a lot of wine passes through this place. If this place supplies the valley with alcohol, it makes sense from the amount of shipments they make. Other things you find in the room is that you find the wooden chest that is locked close to the secret door. Suril used the chest to prop it up. It's locked. So as you go through the room, though, looking to see if there's a key, you actually find a hidden compartment in one of the bedposts.
Ooh. Cool.
Which means like you see a knob that's gotten a bit like scuffled from Benjamin getting out of it. So you'd like wiggle on it and you can see it can be unscrewed and there's a key inside the
Bedpost.
knob. Bedpost knob, yeah. Which has the key inside of it.
Okay, I take the key and I try to open the chest to see if it fits.
Okay. It seems to fit.
Okay. What's inside?
Make a perception check.
Okay, wait a second. Perception. Is it still with help from Manis?
Yes.
No, this would just be you since you asked. Manis helped you with the investigation.
Okay.
You find quite a number of coins. If you tally them up,
Do I see what's in the chest?
You see a number of coins.
Ooh, but
I
are
ask-
we?
I
Wait,
ask, should we keep those?
We should
are
not
we
use those.
robbing? We should bring them to Martico, not steal them. Just keep them safe until he arrives.
Yeah, I think that
Keep them
is not a bad
in our
idea.
pocket, or keep them safe in the chest.
We can keep them in our pockets as long as we put them in a separate pouch that we can give to Martikov as soon as we meet him.
Okay, I put them in the bag of holdings in a separate thing. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it doesn't sound right to me to, we're in his house. We need to protect the house and get the others away. It's not like we need to take everything that's of value on us to give him later, because this means that we didn't do the job to.
You have the option to just lock the chest and put the key back where it was.
We
Yeah,
can do that too.
That's what I'd like actually to do, not to loot.
Then let's do
Besides,
do that.
is there anything else? Do I see anything else besides the gold?
Not inside the chest, no.
Okay, so I lock the chest back. Put
Wait,
the key
wait.
back.
Does the chest have any kind of secret compartments itself?
Make a perception check.
I'm looking around the room and say, does anyone else is better at perception than I am?
I'll take a look.
I mean, some are sleeping, so.
Since you're expecting there to be a secret compartment or something, nice.
I'm not expecting. I'm curious if there is one.
Can I use my guidance just in case?
Sure. Any particular part you want to study? Do you want to study the interior, the exterior,
The
bottom, the lid, the sides?
I want to see if it has double bottom or something.
Let's just say for the purposes of this that you check everything. You do like knocks and like stuff like that. The sides, the lid, they all sound hollow. The bottom sounds. It sounds more heavy because it rests on the floorboards and stuff like that. So you don't get the sense that there's any secret compartments there.
Okay, Manis, there is nothing here.
Oh, perfect. In that case, we should lock it down and leave it as it is.
Worried that someone will take the chest. I hope it doesn't happen. You don't need a key to open a chest. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. Is there room under the bed to push the chest under the bed after we're done here?
This all happens during the 8-hour part dungeon, so this would probably be within the first hour or two, I guess.
Not even first quarter minutes or something like that. Quarter of an hour.
No, going through the records that goes back decades.
Oh, yeah.
A century or two would have taken a significant amount
of time.
to do that. So, probably 2 hours at that point.
But do we reset our health and spell slots and everything now?
You get all your spell slots back, all your short and long rest abilities, half your hit dice. Yeah, there's no interruptions of any sorts. Doesn't seem to be any noises. Not that you're really keeping guard for that, since you're sleeping inside the bubble and not staying on guard, but nothing happens. It's a full, complete sleep.
I would like to get out Kuro and have him sleeping in the corner while I sleep.
Okay.
Keep on the opposite side, please.
No.
While they are
But
sleeping,
he can sleep next to me.
and they finish the, searching the room, so to speak, I'd like to take a look out the window to see what's going on in the fields.
After the 8 hours?
Can I do it during? I mean, or...
No, you would also have to sleep and rest for a bit inside.
Oh, okay. So yeah, after the 8 hours, once we all wake up. Then.
Okay, make a perception check. Seems pretty quiet. Yeah, I understood that, Jeffo. I know how to divination.
Everything is fine. Nothing happens.
Don't really see much movement, no.
I was. We
Yeah,
don't have a door to this room, right? Because it was destroyed and we put nothing in place.
It got destroyed, yes.
Is there anything going on in the room next to us? Like some angry mobs waiting for us to bubble to pop?
Nope. There's like broken pieces of wooden tinder, but otherwise nothing. I mean, it seems fairly quiet at the moment, both outside and inside.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I will wait until the 8 hours pass.
I think they already passed because I did the investigation
a
now.
good spot to just stop the session.
Oh,
You wanna stop?
Okay.
I don't, but I don't know the others.
I think it's Benjamin's go. Usually he has to go at around this time.
Yeah, it's getting towards the play for a bit longer.
No, that's just finished. I'm fine with them.
Cool.
Okay. I like to get out and continue searching the house.
Okay.
Are we saying that the full long rest is gone now?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
long rest
everything
is
is resetted.
You get half your hit dice back, you get all your short and long rest abilities, you get your HP back, spell slots back. You're pretty much good to go. Should be like 6 or 7 in the morning.
So I'll be looking at the group and say we can do this. We can split up, or we can start searching the house room by room until everything is clear and safe.
Let's move as a group. I don't want us to split up.
1 second. You said it's 6 in the morning, so I'm guessing that it's pretty dark, right?
Bright enough to be able to see outside.
Okay.
Remember, they have to get up early for farming purposes and stuff, so still early enough.
Okay, so it's not dark enough to cover if I go stealth around the house.
You can. It wouldn't be.
Okay.
Can we just say that we rummage around this portion of the house, or
Okay.
we should go room by room with you?
Let's do it the simple way, and I just simply transport you from room to room.
Please transport us.
Do you want to go back to the kitchen?
Yes.
Yes, sure. Let's.
What you didn't check in the kitchen, there seems to be a door in the upper right corner next to where Surreal is standing.
Okay. Can we open it and look inside?
Isn't that the door that leads to the bedroom?
No,
No.
that's a
Cabinet.
door leading to what seems to be like a closeted area. More like a cupboard type of thing. So which you can find like it's literally the pantry where all the food ingredients and stuff is. So that door is just literally where food and such is stored. Unlike what you need to cook food with.
Okay.
Enemies inside?
No.
Okay. I don't think we're touching anything from the Martikov's family. Just looking for enemies.
Put you there. There's 2 doors here that I'm gonna move for you.
Can we please go into the first one?
These 2 doors seems to be sleeping quarters.
I'm not seeing. Okay, I don't know where the rest is. Oh. Okay.
Would it be easier to get rid of Kira's token for now? I'll just say he's on me.
Yeah,
That'd be easier.
probably. Literally, you just find bunk areas here where people seem to be sleeping. There seems to be footlockers here in these areas pretty much seems to be identical. Do you want to rummage through them?
A quick investigation.
Okay. Make an
Lucian, do you assist me?
No, I don't want to touch people's stuff.
Okay. Do I
I
need
also advise you to not delve too deep into people's personal stuff.
No, I'm not looking for their actual stuff. In fact, I'm looking an investigation or whatever. I'm searching to see if the hill people or something left stuff here, or there are marks that they search for something in the room.
It doesn't seem to be very much touched in any way, shape, or form.
If I may
Okay.
chip in, I am very much okay with reading documents and finding information, but I am not okay with looting stuff from someone's house, especially
No,
someone that hired us.
Now, yeah, as I said, I don't want to loot. I just want to see if the druids, the hill people left something or search for something in the
Yeah,
room.
I agreed, and I upped the ante into saying that I'm very much okay with finding documents and other stuff
Yes.
of information, not just about the hill people, but even about the people in the house, just not looting stuff.
Doesn't seem to be anything apparent here unless you start searching the bed and the footlockers. Anyone want to do that?
Sure, I'll just take them, but if it looks like regular house stuff, I won't touch it.
Yeah, but I'm asking, are you checking through the footlockers on the bed?
Just opening.
Okay, seems to be regular stuff in that room.
I'll leave it there.
Anyone checking the other room?
Sure.
Okay, the other room seems to be more have quite a bit of like toys and stuff inside the footlockers. There seems to be like a wooden rocking horse in one of the corners. It's a weird fucking horse. The horse is black, has like really like deep red eyes. The hair part, the mane, the tail, the hooves, they are all painted in like bright orange. On the side of it, near the neck area of the horse, it's carved something inside. It's called Bucephalus, and in even smaller letters under Bucephalus, it says "Ish no fun, ish no blinski."
I think Radar missed that session with the Blinsky, but it was epic.
Well, Radar didn't, but Jaffa did.
That's what that says. That otherwise, just literally toys and like clothing and stuff like that. Moving on, you have the room with the dead things and the druid. Make an investigation check if you want to check this room.
I need to send you guys something. It is very much related to Bucephalus.
It's the horse of Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
Anyone else wants to do an investigation check?
Not very good at it.
No one else, so I
Just use the sun for almost.
Time's up anyway, so too late. Okay then, but try to be quicker about it so you can do.
Yeah, I was just like
through things.
other people do it. Sorry.
Spoiler alert: you should always have rather do investigation checks.
And a sum. By the way, notice about the YouTube link I posted on Discord, plus 18. Just saying.
Okay, so this seems to be a printing area of sorts. There are a couple of crates here with labels. Seems to be wine bottle labels. Red Dragon Crush and Purple Grape Mash, which is like, from what you know already, uh, two of the wines from this winery. This seems where they're printing these type of wine labels. There's a couple of bottles of ink here, some jars of glue. There's also like this cabinet that seems to be holding these type of supplies.
Yeah.
That's searching through the range of value, but you find a couple of almost empty bottles. Of some form of liquid, yes.
Radar is the one that sees this, that right?
Yes, I would say he is the one that sees this.
Just pick them up and you can identify them later.
Do we want to pick stuff up and identify it later?
Okay.
There's only like limited drops of content in the bottles.
We should take them to what was his name, the alchemist, and he might give us an idea what they are drinking as potions. Maybe it's something we can use against him.
Try to like do the intelligence check it if you're curious now.
I can do
Yeah.
nature, medicine, or intelligence. Which one would you like?
You could also drink it if you want to. How would you
Which
like
one
to
would you
medicine
prefer me
it?
to roll?
Up to you. You decide what you want to try to look into. Lucian, how do you medicine it?
So I would just look at the contents, like the liquidity, the color, the smell of the thing.
It has like greenish, strong smell of earthy fumes.
Maybe this is the thing they grow the plants with.
Oh, what did you want to do, rather?
Uh, would you allow nature for what herbs come together to make certain potions to look like that, or do an
Sure.
intelligence check for each of them?
You decide which you want to try. Um. Okay. Um. There seems to be, from the smell of the herbs, you get the sense that it reminds you of something, like almost like some form of fungi type of flavor. Seems almost like it's one of the more poisonous types of mushrooms. You get a sense that this might actually be vials of distilled poison. And all of them are empty. Ish.
Does
Joanne,
anybody sorry.
I was just going to say, have you seen the chat?
Yes, I'm reading it now.
Are you okay if I jump off then? These guys can continue.
Sure,
Cool. Yeah. If any fires happen, just like pause it there.
that's fine. I'll pause it in the natural area and they can just update you.
Cool. Next session, obviously, any Sunday, so whether it's next Sunday or the week after, whatever. Just let me know.
Yes, I can't do the one in 3 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
Good
See you
evening.
later,
See you in a
Pete.
bit, guys.
Cheers, Benjamin. Cheers, Pete.
So, yes, seems to be the type of poisonous fungi distilled into some form of liquid. You get the sense that they perhaps were distilled poison.
We don't have any use for those empty ones, do we?
No.
No one in the party
I mean,
wants them for anything. Or...
Can we
They are-
do an
They are
antidote?
they are like bottles, but you get the sense that they are, you know, they're spent on something.
It's not in the wine, and the shipments are not shipped already.
Can I take one of the bottles with empty with some poison in? Well, not some. That had poison in, but now empty.
You, what? Repeat the question.
Can I take one of the vials that that is empty?
You can do that.
Someone to find a cure.
Yeah, I was going to take it to show the alchemist. Or ask about it, but that was literally it currently. So I'm only taking one.
Sorry, I need to retake one. You take the one with the most.
Dredged. Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, isn't there direction do you want
The
to move
middle, I guess.
afterwards? Back to the
We are on
what area, or do you want?
first floor or
The barrel, I guess.
a room just in front of the stairs when you get from the ground floor here?
I don't think so, but let's get to the middle.
From where you are now, you know that just directly south of the wall you're at, that's the room where what the large open room with the watts and all the tiny little fuckers you killed in the beginning. You see a spiral staircase there, down here, and like then one down there. So there's two spiral staircases, and then there's the large room with the large vats.
Let's take the stairs down.
Okay.
You're on jump.
No, just walk down.
Okay.
You can jump if you want.
I can slide on the rails.
You go down the circular staircase there into what seems to be a room filled with barrels.
Can I see if the barrels have been tampered with?
You can do a rudimentary investigation check, sure.
Anybody wants to help me? I have
I will
rest.
assist you.
You guys knock on all of them. They all seem to be empty. There's like 13 empty barrels here, but they are all empty. You're not entirely sure. Seems to be like a storage area for the barrels themselves. But what you can see though is that they seem pretty recently made. So there's that.
Recently, how recently? I mean,
Literally like days, perhaps. They seem pretty freshly sewed. There's like no discoloration or anything on the wood, implying they are pretty freaking recent.
Can I open one of the barrels and just take the smell inside, whether it smells like the potion?
They're all empty, so the only smell you can see is like literally from wood and whatever they've used to seal the cracks and such in the barrels.
There is no smell similar to the one in the
No.
vial.
There's literally no particular smell in that.
Okay.
There are 2 double doors, one leading east and one leading south.
Manis, if you will. Just choose a direct.
Let's go south.
Oh, sorry. You open the big double doors to the south, and Manis sees Orcus, the Prince of Undeath, for being snipped. Nah, I'm kidding. You see the really large container barrels with taps on them that you originally were cluster fucked in from 2 different directions. Seems like you've come a full circle from where you initially came in.
Oh, so that leaves only this room unchecked.
You haven't, you don't know what's there actually.
Yeah, but that's my point. This is the only space in the house that we haven't seen yet.
No.
Ah, okay.
From what you think, sure, but that might not be the case. You haven't been the full route through the room to know that, I think.
Okay, so let's just open that one then.
As you open the other door, though, you can see a workshop. There's like strips of iron and wood that's pretty well sorted in piles all around the floor in this workshop. Hanging on the walls, there's like a shit ton of tools of various types of sizes, different types of carving equipment, different types of grips and hammers and stuff. And there's 2 different work tables. You get the sense that the empty barrels probably were made in this workshop, and this is where they make all the barrels that they then ship off to different places.
Okay.
I'll say this, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary there. Just literally seems to be wood, metal, and tools. There's no desks on the floor or anything. So unless you were to like check, like lift up all the strips of iron and lift up all the wooden planks and check the piles, there's nothing really hidden in that room.
Door though.
There's a door, yes, leading north.
Might be leading outside of the winery.
You do see there's a bar in front of that door. So it cannot be opened into... The door cannot be opened from the outside into the room.
Manis, do we try that door?
Yeah, let's try the door.
Let's finish with the house. I'm guessing that leads outside.
I think we should be able to check it without going outside. Like just slightly open it, take a peek, see if it leads outside, close it back.
Let's do that.
We might want to let some do it with a stealth check beforehand, or a sleight of hand check.
Just open it.
I'm here if you want. I can. Do
Okay,
it,
I'll
open the door very stealthily, so it doesn't make any noise. I can do that. So if everything is something outside, not to alert it.
But it would be sleight of hand, I think, not stealth.
Okay.
What will it be, Yuan?
Yuan should be deciding that.
Yeah.
To do what?
Slightly
door, but
open the
very
door to
quiet.
see if it leads outside. If it leads outside, just close it immediately. If it doesn't lead outside, we'll continue investigating the house.
I mean, there's no check for just slightly opening it. Just opening it is opening it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I was
if
proposing stealth or sleight of hand.
Like stealth is everyone can see the door opening. You might just not see who's behind the door. Is kind of what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Because I mean, the door leads inside, So anything in the field of vision there is going to be spotted.
Oh, the door leads inside. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
opening the
that's
door.
why it's hard. Okay. Greetings.
What? Oh God.
Greetings.
Um,
You close the door.
I close the door. After I close the door, I look at everyone else behind and I say, "Strad's out there."
That might not be true though, but that's just literally payback for the fucking joke on my expense. And I would have loved to put you out and it would be Hodor! Hodor! It opens to the outside. You see the outskirts of the winery. Seems quiet.
I close it and turn back to everyone and say, "It leads to outside, so let's keep checking inside."
Bar it again and let's go.
I
Guys,
will take.
Did you feel Strad?
No, it was his token outside. Like, let me put it this way. It wasn't. It was right in front of the stairways. He opened the door. He's there.
We are having visions.
Hallucinations, even.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you move us to the next room?
I'll lead you back to the barrel room, the large open area.
Did we went here?
That's where the double those. That's the room with
Oh,
the.
okay, yeah. And here?
You haven't opened the door there, no.
Oh, so
We first investigate like this body and the room itself.
Okay. You can investigate that, buddy. You want to open the double doors as well?
yes, after. First the body and then the doors.
Okay. You investigate the body. Same thing. You do get um
Strad.
find one of the vials that also seems to have the same empty type of substance in it, and then you have a full uh, uh, shit. I'm getting work messages. You get also see a full vial of it.
Definitely want to keep that one. For,
I take the full vial and I give it to Radar and I tell him, you know what to do with this one.
Okay.
You can write it down as a potion of poison, since you figured out it's a poison.
So just to make it very 100% clear, we found multiple vials of empty poison and one vial of one full vial of poison.
You
Yes.
found 3 vials of empty poison and 1 full.
we are not clear where the empty ones were used.
But they were used. Like, it's not a question of them not being used. Like, they
Okay,
weren't
so-
broken and discarded or something. They were emptied somewhere. That's my point.
As you open the large doors, it seems to be leading to like a patio outside. On the veranda or like patio or whatever the hell you call it. It's like a flagstone type of area. Pretty large. There's a couple of there's 3 wooden tubs at least with ladders up to it, and that seems to be what you can see.
Okay. Is there any other room we haven't checked in this?
I'm closing that door first.
Okay. You can make a like there are parts of this house that you might not have seen. Yeah.
We've kind of run around a lot, so do we know where to go to reach that part of the house?
Those of you that's been to the circular staircases, no, there were also staircases leading down.
Over here?
Both of them. You also never actually checked the very first door you came to, but you couldn't get through the door.
We
Where Brock teleported. and you all had to run along the side of the house. You never checked that area. So, well, you never found that area, so to say.
I agree.
At least somewhere to go from the circular staircases, and there's that at least that one entry area you haven't found yet.
Let's check the stairs first, I guess.
Is there any other door or room that leads from this room where we're now?
So, there's one here
Okay.
Let's
under the staircase, and along the wall with barrels.
Okay, let's go there.
yeah.
You open it?
Yes.
Okay. It brings you to what seems to be like an. Well, you have to go inside and check for yourself.
Do we move our tokens or?
Yes, you'll have to move and see for yourself.
Okay, it looks like a barrel making place or something. Bottler making place.
Looks like a workshop, yes.
And
Uh,
the staircase.
it has a it has a distinct sense that this is where they seem to produce certain glass objects. There's a lot of wine bottles lying about on a wooden rack with like fully blown glass bottles along the south wall. You see like a hefty hearth where there seems to be running where they would have run a fire. There's also like a barrel of sand right next to it. There's like a desk with a ton of different types of tools, uh, like things to increase the heat, tongs, something that seems to be like a pipe with like a hole inside of it for like uh, might have something to do with something being funneled through like a large pipe. Hard to say. Seems to be where they're producing glass bottles.
They use that pipe to blow
The bottles
that.
on.
There is the bottles that are here. That's on the wooden rack. They don't have labels. There's a door here, but it's barred. There, there's also like this obvious staircase descending underground.
This is apparently the entry house that we couldn't enter. So let's just go down the stairs.
I agree.
Okay.
Oh, oh,
You head underground. Um, it's like in this place, you see the walls themselves are covered with like this very thick moss, so you get the sense that you're heading underground right now. There's a door, a wooden door directly to the left at the bottom of the staircase that seems to be leading to a room to the north.
Manis, open the door.
I will.
It says that we are ordered like this.
Okay. The area is pitch black, by the way, so you might want light sources.
I put my pebble on. I actually give it to him.
Nothing, Virgil.
Oh, I don't have my pebble in my control tokens. Well, my pebble has disappeared from the token, so I cannot do one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where it went.
I don't know either. You can control the torches, can't you?
I don't have a torch out. I think you're the one creating the torches.
Sorry, the pebble there might be one of my mistakes.
Yeah. Let's assume this is the pebble.
And you should all have access to the torches now.
Okay. So we go in.
Let's go in. Ooh.
Say that we are as a group. And
You head into what seems to be a wine cellar of sorts.
let's head north.
At least from where you are currently. One of the things you noticed is that the area is ice cold. The place is made by brick walls, and then there's like stone flooring, but wooden pillars and beam that's holding up the ceiling. Directly to the bottom right of the area, you see a staircase that doesn't steps. It's just like a rolling inclination of sorts, probably where they roll barrels up and down.
Could you ping on that area? This one?
Directly
Okay.
to doesn't have any steps or something. It seems to be
Mhm,
where
mhm.
they're rolling barrels.
Yeah, it's a lifted plane so that they can
Yes.
transport barrels easily from top to down. Makes sense.
Otherwise, there's like a wooden partition that's like 8 foot tall that has uh, it functions like a wine rack pretty much. There's like a crap ton of uh, bottles on from what you can see on the wooden racks.
Can we check
It
the
looks
labels on the bottles?
sure.
And before it touches anything, does any of the bottles look like it has been
Tampered with.
recently?
They seem to be sealed.
What did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear.
They seem to be sealed.
Seem to be sealed.
Not tampered with, moved, like touched in any way, or are they dusted all over? All of them?
Some are dusty, some are not. Like some have been stored for some time, some have not. I mean, it's like most of these tend to be. Uh, I would say that some of them are fresh, some of them are older. Most of the ones that are older has the Red Dragon Crush label. Some of the more fresher ones have the purple grape mash. So it seems like the ones that are older are probably the ones that are stored the longest.
Is there a production date on them? Not that we know what the current date is.
Yes, but really recognize what type of year it currently is, so it doesn't really help you. You get the sense that at least the Red Dragon Crush ones are stored longer.
Let's move to the north.
I mean, you like for the most part, that's the purple grape mash ones and the Red Dragon Crush ones. Looks like that.
The north. Someone.
Oh, I'm gonna have to take a bottle of the older ones. I did one of each.
What is it?
Do you know how much these wines are worth?
You do know that wine in this area, even if prices are jacked the fuck up in everything, even like basic tools, alcohol is surprisingly dirt cheap compared to even normal economy standards. It's like a pitcher is like 1 silver or something.
Thanks to the crystals.
Get the sense that the Modica family is literally mass producing wines and then selling it way below its actual market value, just so people have alcohol.
I mean, I'd like to pinch one because I like the bottles and they look cool. Is this going to be pinching like a chocolate that I can pay back if they don't like it, or is this going to be like stealing a diamond? They're going to be pissed off.
From the Blue Water Inn, at least, a liter of purple grape mash is 6 copper, and a liter of Red Dragon Crush is 2 silver.
Oh, sweet.
In any other civilized place, considering the quality of purple grape mash and Red Dragon Crush, it should have been a couple of gold easily.
Can I take one of each bottle then, please?
Sure. Unless someone stops you.
I'm of neutral alignment. I'm not gonna intervene. But
I tried to stop him and say we shouldn't steal from them. They gave us the job, not.
He'll pay for them. No worries.
I like to underline how the rogue is the one
Yes, I
stopping the
know.
steal rather than cleric or the paladin.
This is for irony. The rogue is the one trying to burn down everything with fire, and the wizard is the one stealing shit. It's usually the other way.
The other way around.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Do I manage to stop him or not?
I mean, I'm still carrying on to do it. If you want to physically try it, you can.
No. I'm just telling you, he shouldn't.
I'm assuming you don't.
I do look at Rardar and question him on why does he want to risk our reputation on a couple of flimsy bottle of wine that we can easily purchase from any tavern for dirt cheap money. Like, it's not like we can't afford wine.
I really like the pictures.
Then grab a couple of
There were
what's it
labels
called?
upstairs.
Labels.
in the
Yeah,
printing room for those, by the way.
Pardon?
that are pristine, by the way, not dusty and used. Be right back. 30 seconds.
And, Yon, is there anything else in the cellar?
There's a couple of barrels.
Nothing stands out.
What did you say?
Nothing stands out.
Other than the barrels and the wine racks in this part? No. There were more to the left of the room, but other than the barrels and the wine racks, no.
And wines, right?
What did
And wine.
Well, yeah, I include the wine with the wine rack and the barrels because it's probably wine in the barrels and not gunpowder. If you want to open them and check, that's up to you.
I think we should
suggest
check with fire.
to the left. Yeah, you need to ask Kassam to do that.
Head through the corridor, I guess. Okay. Menace and Roider, you see them heading down the.
I will follow them.
Money is like.
Is that? Oh, that's Pete. Never mind.
Is Menace Spirit Pick?
It.
As you head into the western part of this entire place, you see empty wine racks and like a couple of broken wine bottles on the ground, but it seems to be empty from where you see. You don't know what's behind the wine rack, but for the most part, it's empty.
Let's
Back.
Menace.
Yes.
You see rather Sam and Lucian head west towards the room, past an open doorway, and searching the west part of the room.
I follow them.
Ignoring the doorway.
Doorway?
Yes.
There was a doorway?
Do you also walk past the doorway, Menace?
I don't see any doorway.
You saw a doorway.
Where?
I don't see any doorway on the map.
Yeah, and I'm telling you that you see a doorway. Then they're all moving past it.
I go towards the doorway. Would you be so kind to move me towards it?
Yes, and this is where we'll end today's session for everyone except Menace.
Okay.
Mine is found with gold mine.
Well, it just
I think you should make a druid next.
I will. If I die, I'm going to make a druid next.
will you join in the secret channel, Max?
Sure.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Take a second to shuffle the rest of the people into a different.
So before continuing, actually, give me a second. Okay, back. So I went to the bathroom to take a leak. I also went to grab a pack of cigarettes from my bag.
Okay,
On-
I don't think this necessarily will be more than like 5-10 minutes.
yeah,
You have time for that?
I want you. Of course, I do. Have time for that. There's one question I need to ask before going further. Is as you know, I am streaming right now. The question is this secret? Should I stop the stream?
That's up to you. It's personal related. Yes.
Oh, so it's related to my character's personal quest.
Yes. Which is why you see a doorway and they don't.
Oh, I see. I see.
Which
Okay.
is why you literally were confused why 4 people would just move past an open doorway and you just checked.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is light up a torch, my own torch, because I don't have a torch yet. So
Put it right next to you.
perfect.
But you decide on the streaming part because if you do stream this, it will be pretty public.